Let's find out from Arvind Sanger about not just how to treat Indian markets, but what's happening in the US as well. And Arvind, doesn't seem like Trump's quite made up his mind on when to implement the tariffs.
I think Trump is tariff happy. As we say, trigger happy, he's tariff happy. And he thinks that he can win by doing it. So the last few days, it's been Canada and Mexico's turn. Next, it looks like China he's going to deal with. And then it's EU's turn. So it's like a, rotating who gets hit on the head next. And I think the markets are going to not like this kind of uncertainty, but maybe it'll be over soon. But it's a little nerve-wracking to see so many new tensions coming up every day.
But Arvind, I mean, let me a compulsive optimist here, and I would say that look, it's nothing looks like very scary. Everybody knew the tariffs were coming, both in terms of quantums and the countries. There is nothing new. Now it appears that the tariff implementation may be diluted. See, something will come. That's common sense to assume. But looks like it would be diluted.
Yeah, it looks like there's nothing going to happen for the next month for Canada and Mexico. So definitely there's a dilution. China, which was his original point of contention, is only 10%, and he's going to talk to Xi in the next few days, or in the next 24 hours, I suspect. So we'll see where that goes. So I think Trump likes to declare victory, likes to show that he's a negotiator. So maybe all of this will turn out to be a great big PR stunt to show that he was able to get more out of it. I hope that's all it is. But I think I'm a little more nervous that things might not quite work out quite exactly how Trump is thinking they should.
Arvind, why is the nervousness which you alluded to is not getting reflected in the dollar index or in the way money is going back into dollar denominated assets? I mean, if there is nervousness about where US is moving next, then somewhere financial markets should start capturing that.
I think for better or worse, people prefer to hide out in the dollar because US is still the tallest man standing, and any tariff that he puts on Mexico or in Canada or on the EU or in China is going to hurt. It'll hurt the US, but it'll hurt the other countries more. So in that sense, it's one of those lose-lose where the US loses less and some of the other players lose more. And frankly, at the end of the day, the US dollar, US treasuries are the risk-free asset that people prefer to own at this point in time.
Arvind, let's talk about India and how is it that you're dissecting the budget impact? And the big question on everyone's mind is, should it be consumption versus capex? How is it that one should position their portfolios? What's your thought?
I think both have disappointed, right, in the last few months. I think for India to get out of its current slowdown, I think both will have to have elements of benefit. Obviously, the budget is more helpful for consumption. I'll be honest that the reason the capex disappointed in current FY25 is because tax collections disappointed. So we have to question whether or not we can make the assumptions of the capex increase in FY26. So I would be more inclined towards consumption, but I think at the right value, even some infra stocks are starting to get interesting. Some of the power stocks, some of the other areas that could be interesting.
The view, Arvind, at least with Indian money managers, is that don't and do not buy small and mid cap stocks. Buy and only buy large cap stocks. Is there merit in thinking like this?
Well, the love of mid caps and the small caps got excessive in the last few months. Every third-rate IPO of some tiny micro cap company was going through the roof. So I think this is a healthy correction. Yes, since the market is uncertain, since growth is uncertain, it is much better to be in higher quality names rather than going after all the second and third tier names. But that does not mean that there aren't good companies in the mid and small caps. And we're certainly looking at those. But there are high quality names that I would go after, even in the smaller names. Small doesn't mean bad quality, but the more speculative ones and the more fly-by-night ones are the ones that were being bid up without fundamentals supporting it. definitely I would be avoiding just counting on bull market carrying everything.
It's been great to be speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time this morning.